Travis Kelce, one of the most recognizable names in football, has delivered news that few could have predicted. For years, he has been the steady anchor of the Kansas City Chiefs offense, combining unmatched athleticism with leadership that inspired teammates and fans alike. Today, however, the announcement surrounding Kelce has shaken the very core of the franchise. It is rare for a single player to carry such influence that an entire organization feels his impact. But Kelce's role transcends the field. His importance is measured not only in catches and touchdowns, but in the energy he brings to the team. The unexpected development leaves fans in disbelief, questioning what this means for Kansas City's short-term goals and long-term stability. Every dynasty has defining moments, and this revelation represents one for the Chiefs. It forces the team, the league, and supporters everywhere to re-examine assumptions about leadership, durability, and the unpredictable nature of professional sports. Kelce's surprise has now become the NFL's defining conversation. To understand the weight of this announcement, one must first recognize the legacy Travis Kelce has built. Since joining the Kansas City Chiefs, he has been more than a tight end. He has redefined the very position. His size, agility, and football intelligence allowed him to dominate defenses, setting records while reshaping offensive strategies. Beyond statistics, Kelce became a symbol of reliability. When Patrick Mahomes needed a target, Kelce was there. When the team required energy, his presence lifted morale. He evolved into a cultural icon, both within Kansas City and across the NFL. His charisma made him one of the league's most marketable stars, while his dedication on the field earned respect from peers and rivals alike. Few players achieved the balance of personality and professionalism that Kelce embodied. That is why today's revelation strikes so deeply. It is not only about what he did on the field, but about the figure he became, representing strength, leadership, and passion for the game. Inside the Chiefs' locker room, this news reverberates with powerful force. Kelce has been a cornerstone for years, not only through his production, but through his role as a leader among teammates. Younger players viewed him as a mentor, someone who embodied the work ethic necessary to succeed in the NFL. Veterans saw him as a trusted partner, consistently delivering when pressure mounted. His absence, or even uncertainty about his role, creates an emotional gap that statistics alone cannot fill. Football thrives on chemistry, and Kelce's connection with Mahomes has been a defining weapon in Kansas City's dominance. With this unexpected turn, players must now adapt to a future where certainty has been replaced with doubt. The shock is not limited to performance. It affects belief, confidence, and the intangible spirit that drives a championship roster. The locker room, once assured of its foundation, now faces the challenge of rebuilding trust and cohesion without its most dependable leader at full strength. Few partnerships in football history have matched the bond between Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Together, they elevated Kansas City's offense into one of the most formidable units in the NFL. Mahomes' improvisational style paired perfectly with Kelce's ability to find openings in defenses, often producing plays that left spectators stunned. Their connection was not built overnight, but through years of shared trust, communication, and an almost instinctive understanding of each other's movements. This bond extended beyond the field, shaping the very identity of the Chiefs' offense. Today's revelation disrupts that partnership in ways both tactical and emotional. Mahomes must now shoulder additional responsibility, knowing his most reliable target faces an uncertain path. For Kelce, the trust he built with Mahomes becomes both his greatest legacy and the team's biggest loss in this moment. Their relationship symbolized more than touchdowns. It represented teamwork at its highest level. Its sudden disruption leaves Kansas City facing questions few believed they would ever confront. For Chiefs fans, the news about Travis Kelce feels like a personal blow. Supporters have celebrated his contributions for years, embracing him not only as a player, but as a personality who embodied the heart of Kansas City. The stadium roared when he caught critical passes, and his celebrations became moments of shared pride for thousands. Now the unexpected development has left fans grappling with a mix of disbelief, sadness, and concern. Social media platforms are flooded with emotional responses, ranging from anger at the timing to gratitude for everything Kelce has given to the game. For many, it is hard to imagine the Chiefs without his presence anchoring the offense. The bond between player and city is powerful, and this moment reminds everyone of the fragility of that relationship. Even as fans process the shock, one truth remains clear. Their loyalty will endure, but their faith has been shaken by a revelation they never imagined possible. The NFL community is equally stunned by the news. Opponents who long prepared to defend against Kelce's dominance now face a different reality. Coaches across the league acknowledge that game planning against Kansas City may fundamentally change. Analysts are already debating what this means for playoff races, while rival teams see opportunity where before there was frustration. Yet beyond competition, there is widespread respect for Kelce's impact. Players from other franchises are voicing admiration, recognizing his place as one of the greatest to ever play his position. Media coverage has amplified the SNIs, Tory framing it as one of the most significant developments in recent NFL history. The league thrives on narratives of resilience and transformation, and this news provides both. For Kansas City's rivals, the moment is both an opening and a reminder of the human element in sports. For the Chiefs, it is an acknowledgement that their dominance will now be tested in ways they never expected. Andy Reid now faces one of the most significant challenges of his career. His ability to innovate and adapt has long been his greatest strength, guiding the Chiefs to championships and shaping them into a modern dynasty. With Kelce's unexpected revelation, Reid must once again turn to creativity. Offenses built around certainty must now embrace flexibility. Playbooks designed with Kelce at the core will need reimagining. Beyond tactics, Reid must manage the emotional weight carried by players and staff. His role as a leader now extends further than strategy. It is about preserving belief. Every word, every adjustment, and every decision will be magnified. For years, Reid has been praised for his calm authority and his trust in players. This moment will test those qualities like never before. His response will determine whether Kansas City can maintain momentum or falter under pressure. The challenge is immense, but so is the legacy he has already built. History reminds us that great teams often face defining moments when key players encounter unexpected turns. The New England Patriots navigated seasons without critical stars then and found ways to adapt. The San Francisco 49ers of past decades endured sudden disruptions, yet remained competitive through resilience. The Chiefs now join this lineage of teams tested by fate. Travis Kelce's revelation is not the first time a franchise has been shaken by news surrounding a cornerstone player, but the timing makes it unique. Kansas City, in the midst of building its dynasty, is forced to adapt sooner than expected. Historical parallels show that success depends not on avoiding adversity, but on responding to it. The Chiefs' next steps will be studied for years, just as past examples of resilience are remembered. Will Kansas City adapt like the greatest dynasties before them? Or will this moment mark the beginning of decline? History offers lessons, but the outcome lies with today's decisions. The future of the Kansas City Chiefs is now clouded by uncertainty. Kelce's situation forces the organization to confront both immediate challenges and long-term strategy. Roster adjustments may become necessary, with younger players asked to step into roles once dominated by a legend. Mahomes must continue to elevate those around him, while Reid designs systems to maximize evolving strengths. For management, decisions about contracts, depth, and future investments grow more urgent. Beyond logistics, the psychological weight of this moment will shape the season. Confidence, once unquestioned, must now be rebuilt. Yet within uncertainty lies opportunity. Other players may rise to prominence, creating new identities for the team. The Chiefs' dominance has been built on resilience and innovation, and both qualities are now required in full measure. The road ahead is difficult, but it is also the chance to prove that Kansas City's dynasty rests not only on one star, but on collective strength and adaptability. Travis Kelce's shocking revelation has transformed the narrative of the Kansas City Chiefs. What was once a story of unbroken dominance is now one of resilience in the face of adversity. Kelce's legacy is secure, built through years of brilliance that redefined his position and inspired an entire generation. Yet his greatest contribution may be the test he leaves behind. The Chiefs now stand at a crossroads where leadership, adaptability, and determination will decide their future. For Mahomes, Reed, and every member of the organization, this is a defining moment. The NFL is a league where change is inevitable, and greatness is measured not only in victories, but in responses to the unexpected. Kansas City has the chance to turn shock into strength, to evolve into a team capable of withstanding disruption. Kelce's name will forever be associated with this era, and how the Chiefs respond now will complete the story of his remarkable impact on the game.